enter into the Power Platform development, those who want to take that as those who want to take Power Platform development as their main job. That's the main reason why we are doing this, because of what we are experiencing out there, and then knowing what it entails to be there, we realize SharePoint is really crazily one high database being used for the Power Platform development, and it's good to let you all know that SharePoint is doing massively for the Power Platform development field. And if you don't know that, you won't know. You will always think of something else which will distract your mind far away from SharePoint. That SharePoint is being used to do crazy stuff in Power Platform. Especially, an example is the app I work on, the audio player I work on. That particular audio player relies on SharePoint, but most people are not aware of that. So it will relies on SharePoint, and you can see the great stuff it's doing. It's actually what I'm actually talking about. Yes. So okay, right now my account is here, so I'll just add it in. Yeah, so we realize then we have to take people who are interested in the Power Platform and our community. Uh, for example, most people are interested with Power Platform, but don't really have much knowledge on some of the things like that. So this is one of the opportunity for you guys. This is really going to help a lot, so that I mean people who want to take this, we don't need to have 200, 300 people here, but for the few that are interested in it, who want to take it serious, want to move with it in future, that's fine. That's why we are here having this with you, so that at least we'll have few people who will take this to a different level. You know, right now when banks even want Power Platform developers, they don't get. Yes, they find it difficult to get in Ghana because most people are not interested in it, and they are not, or let's see, some are not even taking it serious because they think it's a waste of time. And I mean, some time ago, someone was even telling me, why will I go and do Power Platform when I have to code, I have to do some high coding? I'm like, it's not necessary. I mean, people are doing that and it's ending them over. So why will you think about that? I mean, what will end you? Well, I mean, you can just take it serious and that, or nobody is going to kill you or what. Yeah, so we are going to do SharePoint today. Let me just open this up. So I'll quickly go ahead and share my screen, then take you through SharePoint. I could, so I'm coming in. Let me just enter into this, then open my screen up. All right, so I need incognito private mode office.com. I hope it doesn't log me in. Okay. So the issue was because my accounts were so many that I was figuring out which of the accounts I scheduled the event on. So I opened the wrong account and it was messing me up. Going back to that account, I have to log out and a whole lot. So that was the main reason why everything started lacking like that. But I've been able to fix it now. And then right now, I hope it's not disturbing me. Oh, come on. Um, the accounts I'll be using for the development is where I'm having the issue, but I'm just doing that right now. So, but let me share my screen so I don't keep you guys bored here. share my screen. Let me know if you can see my screen. Okay, so I need to share this. Okay, this. So let me know if you can see my screen so that we can all enjoy seeing the screen without being bored. Can any of you see my screen?
Yes, your screen is visible.
Okay, awesome.
Yes.
So many authentication stuff. Yeah, so I'll just go straight away and just do it here. So don't worry. Everything is going to be fine. It has successfully logged me in. So we're good to go. Yes, so Sharepoint, as I mentioned earlier on, then let me just share this with you. Come in, let me just close this and share this with you so that we kick from there. Right. So do let me know if you can see the screen. So let me share the entire screen rather. Okay. All right. So just let me know if it's okay, if you can see the slide. Can you see the slide? Hello, can someone hear me?
Yes, I can see the slide.
Okay. You were putting, so normally you have to unmute because I'm not looking into the chat. So all right, quickly. So yes, we are talking about Power platform, and as I mentioned, it's a Power Striker series. We have SharePoint episode 1, which Shadrach Inusa, Microsoft MVP for business apps, and then Power Platform specialist at Fidelity Bank. So you can reach out to me on anywhere. Anywhere at Kojo Shedi. Okay. All right, so these are the key components we are going to talk about. Now, site. We are going to talk about SharePoint. Okay, my SharePoint here is site to organize content, pages to surface app information, web paths to display content in pages, libraries for document storage. Okay, as I mentioned, you can store a lot of stuff there. List for database and database, that's data storage. Okay, then commonly used as an intranet. Okay, when we say an intranet, I'm sure most of you know about it. Okay, um, it's the communication which is within this communication is within the organization. Okay, so organization sites with the SharePoint site is being used within the organization because it's the organization account that is built in. You know how the M365 works, right? So most of the things, okay, you do in Teams is being stored in SharePoint. Okay, so SharePoint team site created for each Microsoft team. Any Microsoft team account any Microsoft team you create in your Microsoft account, in your Microsoft Teams, it creates in SharePoint as well. Okay, and it's the same platform that stores the Teams document storage. Okay, so we have sites, okay, and in the sites, we have sites. So we will talk about sites. We have document libraries, so a secure place you can upload your documents. We have lists, helps you track information and organize work. Okay, that's data storage. There you can create lists, use templates, lookup, calculated field, edit, grid, view, and then filter views, etc. So we are going to go into site. We are going to look at the SharePoint site. Then from there, we'll come to the SharePoint document library. Then when we are done, we'll look at SharePoint list. Okay. So quickly, I think I'm done with that. So let me just go straight away. Okay. Let me know if there is any lag. Okay. Do let me know in case. Um, do let me know in case I lag on the way, or in case you don't hear something. Then just make sure you let me know. Okay. All right. Welcome, Ransford. We just started, so you are welcome to join us. All right. So this is my screen. Okay. This is my M365 account. Okay. Quickly, we are going to look at SharePoint site. Okay. So for SharePoint sites, you just go to the app launcher. I mean, I like coming to the office.com to make things simple for me. Okay. I come to the app launcher, then I will go to SharePoint. Okay. Nevertheless, you can still type the URL for SharePoint. Okay. So you can still type the URL for SharePoint to open, or it's advisable to always come here to make things very simple. Okay. Always come to the app launcher in your M365. Then you open your SharePoint site. Okay. So this is how SharePoints look like. This is how SharePoint look like. And as I mentioned earlier on, so we have SharePoint sites. So you can see all these, they are all SharePoint sites. These are all SharePoint sites I've created. Okay, this is where an app I worked on earlier on has its data here. So you can see all the sites. These are frequent sites. I think someone has joined. Let me add the person in. Okay. So these are frequent sites I've been opening. Okay. If I want to create a new site in the SharePoint, you see this create site. Okay. You see this particular button, create site. You click on it. That should open for you. I'm lagging here a little bit. Don't worry. So if I click on this, yes, it should open for me on the right hand side, the panel where I can, yes, where it will ask you which site, team site. So you can see team site here, where I mean you do tracking and stay update on projects, you share stuff together. I mean, you can see all those one here, all site owners and members publish site contents, you see. And here is a communication site, create portal. As I mentioned earlier on, we can create a communication site where you can, I mean, share ideas within the company. Okay, so we are going to we can create a communication site. Okay, so to create that, you just click on it, then you give it a site name. So maybe Power Strikers. So Power Strikers. And okay, so this is what happens. So the address is Power Strikers. So you can see the address here. You can give it a site description, or you can go on to finish it. Okay, so we are creating a site. So I just want you to know, most of you have heard of SharePoint, but you don't know much about it. So this is SharePoint site I'm trying to create now. Okay, so as I mentioned earlier on, you open your M365, that's office.com. You come to your app launcher, then you pick SharePoint easily there, so you can play around with it. Okay, so after this, you'll be given an assignment. As I told you earlier on, it's going to be an intensive training. So you'll be given an assignment to try your hands on. All right. So that's it. So this is how the site looks like. Okay, this is a site. So if you are within the organization, right, I can add you to the site where you can also be posting on the site. Okay. So this that you are seeing is a website. It's a cool website which can be used within the organization. You can see everything. It's a cool website, a very cool website, but it's within the organization. As I mentioned, it's an intranet. Okay, communication within the organization. And there are templates. That's why you saw it asked me to use a template. I can use templates too. So if I go to edit, okay, if you go to edit, you can edit this site, and it's a drag and drop editing. Look at it. Very cool drag and drop editing. Okay. It's not anything much. My internet is really lagging, but I think we are good. So you see, you can drag and drop. You can do whatever you want to do. If you click on this plus here, it means you are adding another session. You can delete a session, so it's loading up here. Okay, so you see, you can add columns, you can add whatever you want to add. There are templates here, so you can see different types of templates here you can use. You can just add this so that it will expand up there. You can see it. You can add the text to it. So it's all about using the idea to create the site. Okay, if you have an idea of, you have a designing idea, then you can create an awesome site here where you can have information on it. So when you come to the bank's communication are being made on the intranet, which is the SharePoint site. Okay, every bank has a SharePoint site, unless the bank doesn't use M365. most banks have SharePoint sites where they publish stuff. Okay, so they've saved the link on the machines. So anyone opens it, then you see in details about information, what is going on in the bank. Okay, so most banks have that. So this is where it is done. Within this site is where we are going to make all our projects. So your assignment will be creating a site, then start your project within the site. Okay. So we are done creating a site, as I mentioned earlier on. Now the next thing is to create a project in the site. So everything we are going to do, SharePoint list, document library is being created within the site. Okay. So I'll go into the site. You see new here. Okay. First, we are going to do with document library. When we finish, we'll come to list. Okay, so you see new posts and everything here. You can post on the site and things. Okay, so we'll go to document library. If you want to see it the other way, where you see all the documents in your site, you go to site content. Okay, if you come to site content like this, you will see everything in your site. Okay, you will see the document itself, the data listed down. Okay, so in case you can't hear me, then you let me know. So when you come here, these are what is within the site. Okay, so as I mentioned earlier on, you see it looks like a whole package on its own. It looks like a whole hosting package on its own, if you remember. So this is everything. You see documents, you see form templates, star library, events. I mean, it has a whole package on its own. Okay, so if I want to create new, I'll go to document library. As I mentioned earlier on, I'll go to new and document library. I'm going to show you how to create a document and save something in it. Okay, so this is a document library. We can call it my documents. Okay, so we can call it my documents. I want you all to do this as part of the assignment. I think someone is joining. Let me just add the person up quickly. Lose my. All right, sure. So you go to new. Okay, then you go to documents library. In the documents library, we said we are going to type what my documents. Okay, my documents. Okay, so you can give it a description. Okay, then when you click on this, show in site navigation, meaning when you open your site, you will see the document there. So let's so you can take it off or you can the next screen, you will see what I mean. So when it happens this way and you open your SharePoint site, that particular site, you see it at the part at the top there on the tab, my documents. You see it at the top. Okay, so let's open that. So if the document has opened, you can see it has opened. So let's finish dealing with the document. So even here, you can do your automate and everything here. We will learn all those things, but for now, we are dealing with SharePoint. We want to understand SharePoint very well as you are growing up. Okay, so here, if you want to upload something, you can just tap here. Okay, files. You can easily upload your documents there. You can easily upload your documents here. Okay, then you keep them and they are secured. So they are secured place for keeping your documents. So you can see I've uploaded the file here. I can open it and view inside here. You understand? I can upload all my documents here, whether it is a video, audio, I can upload anything at all here. So you can see it. I can automate it. Well, we'll go to that later. Okay, so that's how it looks like. This is the SharePoint document library. So this is what is powering my audio player with pictures and music. Okay, so you can see there are pictures there on the music. This is where I'm keeping the pictures. Okay, so it's a document library. That's where I'm keeping the pictures. So this document library is called my documents. Okay, so if I come to home like this, that's the main SharePoint site. So you see, this is the main SharePoint site. You will see my document there because I made it visible when I was creating it. So you've seen it. So I can go here straight away. Or I have to go through site content to see the site content. When I go to the site content, then I can go and see all the lists and the documents libraries I've created. I hope you get it. So the site content is where I'm going to see everything I've created. So you can see my documents here. All the things I'll create will be here. Okay, cool. So that's how the documents library works. You can drag and drop file inside. You can, so if you open it, you can drag and drop the file from your system inside here without any, any space. So you see, I can drag and drop it here like this. Then easily it will upload. Okay, you see it has uploaded. So you can do drag and drop and it will easily upload. You see, so you can drag and drop, then it will easily upload here. You don't need to, then you can delete bulk, you can click here, then delete everything. Okay, you can move, you can copy, you can do a whole lot of things to it. So this looks like your hard drive and you're storing data on it. That's how it works. Okay. Quickly, let's go back and do the list. Okay. The list is where we are going to spend some few minutes there. Okay, but I want you to pay attention because we are going to use the list a lot in our app development in the next stages. But we are going to do SharePoint next before the Power App integration comes in. All right. So inside here, we will do flow integration also, just to let you know. Okay. Inside here, okay, um, when you click the new again, you see this one, you see list on top here. You click on the list, let it load. Okay, so that's the list. Um, Recently, if you are following Microsoft, there is something. I mean, Microsoft has come with an app now, which is the list. Okay, the list app. So right now, when you go to the app launcher, you can easily find lists here. You've seen lists. You can find lists here and create your data or whatever you want to do with it. Okay, you've seen it. A lot of people are doing awesome stuff with it. Okay, we are creating our list. We want our list to be in our SharePoint site, which is called Power Strikers, which we are all going to do it. So if I go here, you can pick your list from Excel. You can pick from an existing list. You can create a blank list. Or there are samples here. You can see them plenty. Expense tracker, work progress tracker, travel requests. Okay, these are all lists. You see a lot of stuff. Plenty. Nice, nice, awesome lists. Okay, so probably we can pick one and work with it, or we can create new one. So we can just pick one like this. Okay, this is expense tracker. Okay, that's cool. So let's see how it looks like. Then let's make use of it. Okay. All right, this is expense tracker. Okay. All right. I wish we can create. Let's create from scratch so that you all see how it's done. Okay, so go to blank. Okay, let's give it a name. So let's say power strikers power strikers skills. Okay. Okay. So if you want it to show in the navigation, mostly I don't allow them to show in the navigation because they full up the navigation field. So I like it to be here. Then I'll go to share site content. Then I'll just go and pick it up from there. So I'll lift this up. Then I'll go to create. Any little thing I say here is something that can help you later in life. So please let's take it serious. Okay. So I'll click here. Okay, so it does data types. Okay, single line, multiple line. You remember what you're creating from? Location, number, yes or no question, dates, time, choice. Okay, hyperlink, currency, image, manage data, lookup, etc. So we pick image and let's see something. Okay, so what is the image name? So just load image. The data type is image. So let's save it. So when it's saved, it will ask us if you can create new one. So let's create new one. Let's say package. Okay, so you can say package for this. So this is a single line of text. Okay, you can put a default value there to show that someone should enter this, so that those kind of things. Okay, so let's say amount. So amount we can use currency if you want to, or you can just use your normal money. You can use your normal number. Because with the currency, normally you won't get what you need from your country. You get it. So you can go straight away. So I don't see Ghana in there. So you can just go straight away and use. So all depend on you. Okay. So you can just use number and you can see amount. Okay. All depend on you. So it's number, right? It's a number field. So you don't change it. So you can custom it. You can custom it with your Ghana city. Okay. So let's say you want Ghana city to be there. So Ghana city symbol. So maybe you want Ghana city symbol to be there. It's just GH. Yes, I've even forgotten. So Ghana city is just GHS. Okay. So do you want it left or right? Okay, we want it left. Okay. Um, yeah, we want it left. Then you go to add. Okay, so this is a custom. If you want a default value number to fine, you can put it there. So you can do a lot of, you see, you can do a lot of minimum number required. You can give a minimum number to be. You can do a lot of data. All these things are things that you have to go and look through and set them up. So you can see an example there. GHS, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so I will save this. All right, so I have my data, my fields already. Okay, this field, I mean, you can always change the name. You can change the name to a different name so that that's always your primary key. Okay, the first one. So we can't delete this, but we can hide it. We can take it off. Then you can create your own primary key if you want. Then you take this off. That's if you want. Okay, so let's say we can have this. Or let's hide it. Let's hide it so that we just have this. Okay, let's just hide it. So to hide it, let me see if I can remember. So um show hide column. So we are going to hide this column. Okay, then maybe we want the ID to show, so we just take the ID up so that it will count 1, 2, 3 for us. Okay, so let's move it up. I mean, you can do drag and drop here. So let me just finish this and go and do drag and drop rather. So apply. So the ID is here. You can actually drag it. You see, you can drag it. Okay. All right. So if you want to fill this form, okay, you go to new. So you can see you can keep data here, just like the way you keep data in your Excel, right? You can also keep data here. So if you go to new, it is asking me of the title. Yes, the title is still there. So I will have to remove that from the project. So as I told you, is the primary key, so it's always disturbing. Okay, so that is hidden. So let me see if I can show it again, so that we'll just use it, but we'll just change the name to ID. Okay, so we'll just change the title to ID. Where is it? Title. So I will take this off. Then we apply. Okay, so this is the title, so it should come here. Okay, so we can change this. Let's see number. Okay. Right, so now let's fill one. Okay, let's fill one. So the first one, oh well, still. So the first one, the title, as I mentioned, with the same number, right? So let's put one. Let's put the image. The image. Let's upload an image. We upload an image. Then now we said package. So package, you can say anything. Flyer. Okay, then you see the amount DHS has come. So 30, 20. So you see the amount the GHS has come because it's a default. So you can enter 30, 20, anything. Then you just save. You don't have an attachment, so you can leave that. So if you save, you realize your data pops up. You see, and even it's viewing here. You can see the image. Okay, you can click on it to view if you want to. Okay, you can view it. So this is the list, and this is how it works. So you can see the GHS 20 inside here. You can see the flyer, the name here. You can see you can delete this out, or you can edit it. If you want to edit, you can just go here and edit. But that is stressful, right? So you can just go here. You can use this edit in grid view. You can click on this like this. Okay, edit in grid view. Yes, take all this into consideration, because it will help you a lot. So editing grid view, I can just change anything here if I want. Okay, I can change. You see, that's the edit. I can add a new item. That's editing. When you are done, then you go to exit. You can export it in Excel or CSV file. Okay, CSV is just like the Excel now. So you can export it in Excel here. You can automate here. We'll go into all those things, but that will be for the next session. That will be ending of this month, Sunday. That's when we will do the next session. But when we are done with this, we are going to give an assignment on it for everybody to go and work on it, because we want to go with everyone. We want everyone to be good with the Power Platform development. Okay. So I can edit in grid view. I can do a whole lot of stuff to this. Okay. If you want to do more stuff, you can just do more stuff with it. You can go to more. Okay. So if you go to more, this is what happens. Let it open and you will see. So if you go to more, it means you are going to do more customization. So you see, create column, but I went to more. So you've seen all this. There's a whole lot in there. There's a whole lot. So you can see a whole lot. So you can create a new column here. Okay, you can create a new column here. You can make it required or not required. You can do, you see, you can do all the things here that you want. But you see, this looks more into details. Okay, this looks more into details. So you see JSON here, you can do column formatting and everything here as well. You can do calculated value. We'll do that. And then you can call from another list. Okay, we'll be doing that too as well. We'll be doing that right now as well. So just stay with me. All right. So let me go back. All right. I'm going to create another list. Okay, so stay tuned and look at it. I'm going to create another list. So to create another list, I'm going to back to the site content. Okay, I'm going to create another list to do something. So just watch it. So when I come to the new, then list, right? Then create a blank list, then call it lookup. So this will also be in the assignment. So just watch it very well. Okay, so list, I don't like my list to show up here, so I just hide it because they are databases. So you always have to keep them nicely. All right, so I'm creating another list called lookup. I'm going to use that to create a lookup. So stay tuned and watch very well. So I'll create a new. So before that, I have to add another column. Let me see, this column should be choices. Okay, yep, choices. So let me see. So I want to call it something. So let me call it okay, let me say color. Okay, color. So color, we have red. Okay. Let me just use the colors on it. Blue, green, is orange or something like that. More is red. You can add more. Say pink. Oh, this pink rather, right? Let me just leave it like that. So this is pink. Right. So you can add in, add until you are tired. Okay. You can do settings here. Okay. You can pick a default value. So a default value that when you open straight away is red or blue that is on it, but it is on none. Okay. Let me save this. All right. So this my list has choices. Okay. It's loading. It will pop up soon. Give it some time. It's so you can see it's creating here. So your internet needs to be very good. Not like my mind is really messing up today. All right, so you can see color here, okay, but there's nothing in there, right? Title color, there's nothing in there, right? So let's go back. So now I've created a SharePoint list. So I'm going back to the site content. The SharePoint list, take note of this. It's called lookup. That's the name for that list, okay? So I'm going back to my Power Strikers sales. Okay, so let me do this sales. Okay, so I'm going back in here. But this time around, I want the colors to be here, okay? I want the color to be here. So I'll just go to single line test. Then I'll just do color. You know, I can put the colors here straight away for someone to pick. But but let's say the color is bunch. You have over 300 plus colors. Are you going to put all of them here? Oh. So let's say you have the colors in a what? In an Excel sheet, okay? You have over 300 or 500 plus colors in Excel sheet. What you have to do is create a new SharePoint list, upload your Excel sheet, then you come and do a lookup here. So when someone open your app, the person will just pick the color straight away. It's calling from that Excel sheet. That's what we are doing. Okay, so when I come here, I can do of late, you can just do lookup here straight away. I hope it's here. Let me see if I will see it. So you can do lookup here. Uh, it's not here. Oh no, yeah, it's here. I'm coming. So when you come here, you can do lookup. You say lookup, so you can pick lookup. Lookup means you are. It's like a relationship. You are creating how do you call it? Foreign key. Okay, to call from another primary key. Okay, you are calling from one end to from another to another. It's just like using a database. So when you enter a student ID, the student ID do what? Pulls the student data for you. I don't know if you get it. So anytime you enter a student ID, pulls the. So that's what we are doing. So we are doing something to pull the data from somewhere else. Okay. So that's what we are doing here. So we just do that. So select from a column. So I'm going to pick from. So now inside I should select from the source. So this is the source, and the source is called lookup. I created a source called lookup, if you remember. So this is what I'm going to pick. Then when the lookup comes, it will ask me, am I picking from the title, the ID? So I have to look for the one I named it color. Uh, it's not here. I hope I'm calling the right lookup. Yes, that's the lookup. I should see one core color. Probably I need to go back again and check something up. Okay, so just a second. So I think I have to open them on a different sheets, different tabs, so that I can easily go through them. So let me change this name so I can easily get it. So let me open it first. All right, so this is the last thing we are doing. Then your assignment will be given to you to go and work on something awesome. I want to open on a different tab, so it's trying to be stubborn. So I'll just open this on a different tab. All right, so I have a color. I have a color here. I don't know why it's not showing. So I have a color here. So this one is supposed to show. Okay, I need it to show so that I can call from it. So I have to go to my Power Striker sales. Then if I go there, I'll go here, look up. Let me see if I'll see what I'm looking for before I continue. So look up list. I should have one core color. Probably there's something wrong somewhere. Okay, wait, I'm coming. Okay. I just want to see if this one solves the problem, because it needs to pop up to look up. Lookup list. It's still not showing up. Okay, so if it's not showing up, that's fine. We are going to I don't know why it doesn't want to show up. This particular field is not showing, but I think this field is showing. So this field is a custom field. Yeah, this field is a custom field. So let me see something. Okay, let me just add another field and see something. So let me see test. Let me see if that field will show. All right, so let me go back there again. Look up. Let me see, even this one, package amount. So you can see these ones, everything is showing, right? So I don't know why. So test is showing here, but my this thing is not showing. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. So let me see if I think it's because of the type. That's why he's doing that. Yeah, I think because of the type. Okay, that's fine. So let's use test to populate. Okay, so now let's populate. So let's populate the field. Okay, so let's say one. So let me pick a color, blue. Test will be blue. Okay, so let me save. So let's just populate it. Okay, two. Pick a color, green. Green. Okay. So we are just going to do a test with just these three. I'm picking just three. All right. So that we just do a test with it. All right. So now when I'm done with this, right? So let me go back to my Power Strikers sales. Okay, that's the name, Power Strikers sales. So let me go in there, then now do a lookup. So I'm going to pick data from here. Okay, I'm going to pick this particular data. Okay, so let me just rename it so that it will be cool. So let me just see color lookup. Okay, I'll just call it color lookup. All right. So when I go here, then I pick lookup list. That's the name I've given into it. Okay, you see color lookup inside. So I'll pick that. All right. Then I'll give it a name. So I will name it color. Okay. Then I'll save. So this one adds up to this. You've seen it. So whenever I'm filling the form, it will go and call the color from the other side. So with this form, I want to edit it and add the color to it. So I'll go to edit grid view, right? Then I'll come and click color. Oh, okay, this is working. Okay, so this is what happens. So when you click the color, you're seeing it blue, green, orange. That is here. Blue, green, orange. Okay, so it has called this field in its field. So imagine you have a lot of colors in Excel. You upload it here, then you call it in your app somewhere here. Okay, so I'll pick just one, then that's all. Okay, so I can exit grid view. Then now I'll have my color there. My color should pop up. Still not popping up. All right, so basically that's the whole idea to get the color here. Okay, that's the whole idea. Okay, so I don't know why it's want to filter rather. All right, so I hope this works. Okay, so you can see orange. All right, so you see how it works. So you can see orange. It has picked from the data. So when I click on it, then it means it's going to open the data for me. But I mean, that's not necessary. We are not going to click on it. We just want it to populate this. Okay. So when it is color, so imagine I'm going to fill this again. When I enter all these details and I get to color, you see the color has popped up again. But the data is not here. You remember the data is not there. It's picking the data from here. So that's what we call lookup. Okay, that's what we call lookup. You can filter this. So imagine you have two or three more or five more or 10 data here. You can filter it by number. Okay, you can filter it by letters A to Z. You can filter it by, then you come and pick what you want to filter it by, which column and thing. You can filter it with ones with number one. You can filter it with that. So in case you have different things here, you can filter it with it. Okay, anything at all. When you are done, you can clear it here. Okay, so this is just like Excel. Okay, it's just a placeholder for your data. You can keep a lot of data here with the data type, I mean, provided for you, and it's very secure. Keeping data here is very secure. That's what we use for our application. Okay, so most of our application rely here. Okay, an example is an application I built. So they all rely here. Okay, so that's for SharePoint list. We didn't want to be doing so much. We just want to take you step by step, little by little. so that you understand SharePoint site. So this is a SharePoint site I created. So a quick run through. I created a SharePoint site called Power Strikers, and in the SharePoint site, I went straight to my document, my site content. Right, sorry guys, I think my internet went off, so it has re-picked to the other Wi-Fi. Okay, so we went to site contents and we created list and we created a document library inside the site content. So that's what we did apparently. Then I think that's all, and I showed you some few things in the lookup, creating a lookup in the site SharePoint list so that it will call data from another site, which is going to be part of the assignment. Um, we did that also as well. So we are going to look into that. We are going to create awesome things. We are going to do it from scratch. This is not something like an event, then we stop. It's something we are going to start with you from step to step. Something which you are supposed to be paid for, but we are doing it free for you to understand something here. Okay. All right. So that's all for SharePoint sites. Quickly, if you don't mind, I'll show you this. All this built. I'll show you what is so far built with. We've built with SharePoint list, or yes, we built with data line or SharePoint list or in SharePoint document library. Okay. Yes. So quickly, that I will be sending you the assignment. I think that it's loaded slowly. So when you have wasting much time, I'll send you the assignment so that we can all go through. The assignment, I'm going to put it in the chat here. I'm going to put it in the chat. So, the first question is, so SharePoint assignments. So the first question is create a site. So you create a site. Create a site called create a blog, I guess. Then two. So this is one. Then two. Create list with multiple data. So you create a list with multiple data in it. Data. So you give it a preferred name. Okay, so wait for it before you go off. Okay, I'm just saying this. So create a document library. Create a document library. Library and upload different files. So with a list, with look up with another list. So that should be there. It's look up with another list of another list with multiple data. For data. Okay, so this will be 4. Right. So yes, so I've shared the assignment with you. Okay, so that's the assignment, SharePoint assignment. So when we are done with your SharePoint site, you should have a different data type fields. Okay, you should have a different data type fields. So create a SharePoint list with multiple data. Okay, with multiple data and different data type, different data type fields. So I'm just editing it. Okay, so I've edited it. Okay, so some of you friends and the rest, you can share this with your colleagues. Okay, some of them who couldn't participate, you can share it to them. They should also take this course to, I mean, this assignment, so that they get ready next week. Next one should be 25th. Okay, 25th. So that's 25th. Okay, 25th, I have a program on 25th. I have a meeting on 25th. So we'll still do it. We'll still do it. So this time we might do it on the, let's see, either 24 is it for the next one. Okay, but for now, this is the assignment you have to go through and create them quickly and start going, right? All right, so thank you very much everyone for joining. um I'm Shadrach once again. If anything, you can reach out to me on our WhatsApp platform. I'll be available for you there. Okay, so that's the assignment. You make sure you have a copy of this. Okay. Yeah, so the assignment will be shared on WhatsApp. Yes, don't worry about that. So it will be shared on WhatsApp for you. All right, guys. So thank you very much, guys, for joining. See you next week. I will share the this thing with you. Okay, so that we'll meet again. All right. Thank you all. Bye, everyone. If you don't have any question, but if you have any question, then fine. But if there is no question, then bye, everyone. But if you have, then let me know on mute and talk. But if you don't, then I think it's bye for now.